This is Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the trade report for Thursday, the 28th of July, 2016. Let's take a look at SPY here. Held the 9 after looking like it might break down. Not the best close, but we are still in this range here. And this morning, we're set to open down a little bit. We'd like to see a close above the 9, and 9 starting to flatten out here. So we'll see if we make that next move higher. That's what we're playing for here. I have lightened up a bit, and as we move here, I may look to slowly start adding again. But let's look at pre-market and then current positions. Essentially break even here with SPY down a little bit. Crude about break even. That's crude's been getting crushed lately, and gold up about 1%, which obviously helps our new position here, which is UGLD. Let's take a look at what we did yesterday. We got out of AMBA after getting right to our target here. Entry was around 52, got up to that 59 range and got out. And then LABU, we held through here. This whole move here, and you remember why we entered here, was the relative strength stock. During the post-Brexit move, once we got aggressive, a little more aggressive after Brexit, this was one of our favorite plays here, and hit our target here. Not only hit 40, 41. Now I got out earlier in the day around 39 something, right as we got close here. But patience paid off here, and we held through some of these pullbacks, and the trade worked out really nicely here. Now, our entry was UGLD at 1380 here. We talked about gold pre-market, that it had pulled back, and we wanted to see a break of the 9. So we got that break. I could have waited for a pullback and got a little better price here, but decided to just enter at that point. Maybe intraday, I kind of could have got in a little closer to the 9, but at that point, I wasn't sure if it was going to hold or not, and we'd already had one fake out here. So decided to wait for a show of strength. And now the target will be the top of the range. The stop will be at least below this candle. So that'll be kind of the high level of the stop, and I could go all the way through this range. So somewhere in there will be the stop and target at 15. Rest of the positions here now really light, only 2 positions with Twilio, which bounced nicely off the 9. That's the level we've been watching, and now we're looking for that kind of second thrust up here. ERX getting close to our stop level in the upper 27s here as oil gets crushed. We need to see a bounce in oil for our energy play ERX to do well, and maybe we get it here as we're very extended to the downside in oil. And I could even look to add an oil position if we get indications of a bounce. But a problem a lot of swing traders run into is they see these extended levels and just jump in. You want to see some kind of indication first, otherwise you don't know when the slide is going to end. And then our speculative play, EXAS, was looking really good yesterday. We got within pennies of the target here, and then it pulled back. Came back towards the end of the day. Today, we've pulled back down to the upper 15s, just a little bit off our entry. Maybe some games going on here with, the company has the big earnings, and then all of a sudden they start selling shares. Now they're saying it's for research purposes or something to do within the company, but you never know, and that could cause some concern here. So you can see why it was a speculative position here. So what I'm going to do here is I don't want to give this one too much room. The entry was around 1598. It was 1598, 1,000 shares. So just giving it down here to 1540 or 1530 would only be about a $600-700 loss for me, which is pretty small for this account size. So we can give it a little bit of room and not have to worry. It's not going to be a big loss. And hopefully you position sized like that as well. Remember, in the trade alert, we talked about it being a speculative trade, and you have to protect yourself with these types of trades with small position size. Now, as for the focus list, Pretty much the same at this point. We're just waiting for good entries. Brazil, I still really like the brick stocks, and Brazil here consolidating just like SPY. But I need to see a show of strength, either holding the 9 or a break of 135. Other ones I like here are GWPH, as it holds that little hammer it put in the previous day. So we'll be watching that. I considered an entry yesterday, but wanted to kind of hold off a little bit. But I do like GWPH. NTS continues to move. We need to see a pullback there. India put in a really nice candle, but we need to see a little bit of a pullback. SSRI, which is a silver stock, kind of the same thing as our gold position at this point. So I don't want to be redundant with that, and essentially take the same type of position. Then SHAC and TSRO I also like. SHAC holding that 9 really nicely after pulling back from about 41.50, and TSRO, we've been talking about this level in here for a breakout, but now that we held the 9, maybe we could even be comfortable before that break. And that's it for the stocks I'm really keyed in on at this point. We also have earnings. I'm still keeping that earnings list, but no entries at this point. So that's it for the trade report. I'll see you either later today with the trade or early tomorrow morning.